Howdy friends, your favorite host Wild Bill is here today to bring you another fantastic road trip rest stop campground as I show you 4K video of every campsite in Vrain State Park, located about a mile west of Interstate 25 near Firestone, Colorado. This has to be one of the most accessible campgrounds I have ever reviewed. Almost every single campsite is wheelchair accessible, which for you able-bodied campers means you're not going to have to spend 30 minutes leveling up your campers. So it's a win-win for everybody. Come with me and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Vrain State Park is located just north of Denver, Colorado, just off Interstate 25, about halfway between Denver and Fort Collins. Take exit 240 off of Interstate 25 to Highway 119, heading west to Longmont, Colorado. Turn north on County Road 7 to take you to the park entrance. Looking at the park map, you can see numerous ponds and numerous camping areas. This is a nice campground with only two negatives. The road noise is pretty deafening, and there is very little shade at a majority of the campsites. Each site does have a shade and sun cover if you need to escape the sun or the rain. All of that being said, I would certainly stay here as a stopover for a night or for a couple of days if I was going to use it as a base camp to explore the region. The Sandpiper and Pelican ponds each have two 88 fishing piers, which you will see a little bit later. I have highlighted those in blue on the map. The only sites with water at this campground are the full hookup sites. All the others have numerous water faucets located throughout each of the camping loops. The three northern campsites have better views, totally paved driveways and pads, and more shade than the ones on the south. Most of the sites are pretty similar, but if you have specific needs, then check out my campground worksheet at the link above or referenced in the description of this video. It will help you figure out what your options are at a glance. You may notice on the worksheet the green highlighted utilities are sites with full hookups. Reservations can be made on the Colorado State Park's website, where you can also see additional details and information. The Sandpiper Loops were nice, with some having decent shade in the evenings. It is very close to the interstate, however, and the driveways in this loop were the shortest ones in the campground, and they are all back in. If you are looking for peace and quiet, you may want to wear some noise-canceling headphones. I do love the concrete pads and the flat campsites though, and I would rather stay overnight here versus an RV park or like a Love's RV spot. The Pelican Loop has some of the shadier and nicer site views in this campground. Driveways are a mix of both back-in and pull-through. The bathrooms are not very fancy, but they are nice and fairly new. Here is an example of the wheelchair accessible fishing piers I mentioned earlier. The Mallard Loop had quite a few sites with nice views, and some had some large trees nearby, but most were out in the open, and nothing as shady as the Sandpiper Loop. Site number 37 is the designated ADA site in this loop. The Tail Feathers Loop had sites that now have packed gravel driveways leading up to concrete pads. All of the sites from here on out are all pull-throughs. The Bald Eagle Loop had some nice views of the pond of the same name and also the Redtail Pond. The Redtail Pond Loop had Site 57 as the next ADA site. Notice that the concrete area extends to the fire pit, picnic table, and utilities for easy access. Coot Pond Loop is pretty much a continuation of the same. Site number 66 had a nice view of the seasonal colors. Site 76 is the designated ADA site in this loop. The Kestrel Loop had nice sights on pretty bleak surroundings. This is why I have added it to my road trip rest stop playlist, which are campgrounds located within about 15 miles or so of a major interstate. This is one of the closer ones to the highway, but I would definitely stay here. Well, friends, if you like to plan your trips, then I hope you appreciate the information I have provided to you so you can book the perfect spot for you and your rig. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, but most importantly, tell a camping friend about my channel as I bring you 4K videos of campgrounds throughout the United States. Happy trails to you from Wild Bill, and until next time, so long.